Hello and welcome to another episode. Now, as you can probably tell, the background's different. But we're not going to be looking at anything in the background, if the background's real. Instead, we're going to be repairing a laptop, hopefully. Now, have some parts that are broken off. And then we have the laptop itself. Now the bottom's okay, but of course we're not going to be repairing something if it's okay. The hinge is partially broken right here. And so is the frame around the screen. That's pretty much it. Now I do not have a hard drive for this, because this is in bad condition, and I have another Windows 98 laptop over here sitting on the floor. I was actually gonna straighten up a little bit, and then I picked this up and I'm like, why don't I make a video? But I have another Windows 98 laptop with a floppy drive. It's heavy. That is in much better condition. I have the original power connector to go with this. It still has plastic film on the infrared port, I assume that's what that is. He still has plastic film on there. But now we're just gonna have to fix this. And I already took it apart a tiny bit. So it does work. I doubt the battery works. Yeah, battery doesn't work. Let me check the voltage, just get a power supply for it. Now it requires 19 volts and 3.16 amps. And I have a 19 volt 4.74 amp Asus power supply that goes with my other dead laptop. I have many dead laptops. In fact, I have a PowerBook G4 that was dead, but I took the hard drive out of this and put it in there. And the hard drive was in the background of my old videos before I changed the background. Now the power plug is on this side, and that actually fit. It's like in the middle for some reason. Now we're going to turn this on. It's got some it's got a very dim screen, which doesn't surprise me at all, actually. But if I hold down the function key, I should be able to. Nope, I'm assuming I need to do that within Windows or something. There we go, zooming in fixes it. Now it's not going to be able to find the hard drive, of course. Ooh. It does have a nice front-facing CD drive, which is nice, as I just said. F1 to resume. I don't exactly like that noise. Where's the delete key? Is it? There's the delete key. So, just prove it works. It does work. It just doesn't have a hard drive. Oh, I'm entering setup. That works. Oh yeah, mouse initialize. It's got a trackpad. Yeah, we're just gonna... It's unplugged, just so you know. The battery worked, which is nice, considering it's old. Okay, well, it died. Just move that. Now, what we're going to be fixing is hopefully that hinge. Now, I removed one of the little rubber feet from this corner. And we're going to remove the one from this corner. Here, let me... A good thing I proved the monitor works, because the monitor cable also kind of maybe could have gotten pinched. I assume it probably didn't, but it could have. Now we're just going to remove this, in theory. And leave all the glue behind so that I can I'm assuming you're able to see this. Then this one. This is also cracked because I tried to remove it a little bit. Though it cracked really easily and I didn't hear it crack, so it might have been cracked before. And then I decided, why don't I make a video instead of watching other people's videos? Now this originally ran Windows 98. Wait. The hard drive I took out of it actually contained Windows XP before I erased it and put Mac OS in. Now there's clips. See clips. This is really painful to just move around. So once you remove that, there's more little feet-like things. Which also contain screws. As you can see, there's this foot. It's not really a foot. Can you remove it easily? Of course not. But it goes over top of. This screw, which originally did something. Inspiron 3500. Is the other one an Inspiron? Inspiron 7500. There we go. Wasn't too difficult. I'm assuming there's probably going to be more. Yeah, you can see that one too. Yep, there's a bunch of screws. But this one's like a fridge, how it's got a button that gets pushed down, which is much better actually than newer laptops which just want to be sleek. In my opinion, let me give it my opinion. I like the look of this. And I'm picky with the look of laptops. I really do not like a laptop which looks... See, the hinge is broken so it wants to fall. I should have been recording in stereo, shouldn't I have? Well, I'm not. But it'll be okay. Even if I did start recording it, my phone is in mono recording mode. Where did I put the... It got stuck to it. We're not going to remove the last one because, of course, we're going to remove the last one, of course, but we can just poke it through the other side, yeah. Now, let's go back up to the very far last one. I can't tell if it's in good focus or anything because the text saying that I'm recording is covering it up. Oh, my arm's covering it up. that's I'm trying to make it a habit for me to be looking through the viewfinder more, so that hopefully you can have everything in focus. It doesn't go completely flat like my new laptop does. My new terrible laptop that I really think I should return. It's really not that good. It's the reason I had to make the fourth part of repairing the iPod Classic. It's the reason it was edited in Microsoft Photos. As I said in the video, I do believe. Because my Asus laptop with that power supply that I just showed, it decided to just corrupt the Windows installation. And it's not out yet. Okay. We're in. Okay. Now, this we shall fix in a second. It's going to be really easy to fix. But what is that? This has a fluorescent backlight, doesn't it? I'm assuming it has a fluorescent backlight, and it needs some technology. Oh no, the clamp's missing. How does the clamp shut? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How does it clamp shut? See, there's like a clamp section where you'd assume a clamp would go. Right up there. And I don't see a clamp. What's it clamp into? Does it clamp into that? Well, I don't have it, so let's just not worry about it. Okay. I see what's wrong. Let me rotate the camera. See that thing that says arm on it? It's bent upwards down here. And then there's one over there that says L on it, which isn't bent upwards. There's a screw missing too, isn't there? There's a whole bit missing, isn't there? Oh no, we might just have to glue it down. Uh-oh. Okay, let me just be really careful. Oh, do I have to unplug that first? Can that be unplugged? How do you unplug the display connector? Oh no, I did not like that sound. Okay. We shall leave it in place for right now. As you can see, the display connector down there. That hasn't revealed anything yet. Okay. Can I remove the plastic from... Yes. I think I can remove the plastic from the case. Okay. Wait, what's this? It's a connector of a sort. Could you see that? No. But there's a connector right here. Just plugged in. Just pulled it out. And we're just going to try with tweezers to pull this, what I assume is the backlight connector. Pull it out. Oh my. It's really cramped. thing about repairing old computers and old laptops, first off, the old laptops can be repaired, but they're just so cramped. This laptop has no significance to me. I'm only repairing it because it's smaller than the other laptop I have that runs Windows 95. And I like that. I'm scared I'm going to break the display connector. Okay, the backlight is unplugged. I assume it's backlight. I'm just prying a little bit over there so that I can hopefully get those little clips right there to be lined up with the hole. I'm scared I'm going to break this little itty bitty circuit board. I'm sweating. Alright, well, I've given up on that. Also, I've tightened up the tripod mount and made sure that this still works, which it does. So now we need to figure out how to fix it, specifically the hinge. I've got to go grab my super glue because that'll just work fine here. We'll just do that. That works just about as good. And in fact, well, that's like that. I'm gonna fix the frame first. Super glue. Now there's a few bits right here. Which, as you can see, filled up with gunk. I'm just gonna poke that out. Wow, that was hard. And now, paper towel. I'm so glad I found out I can fix this laptop because quarantine's boring. So I have a paper towel here just because this has a good job of just leaking out. Anyways, all we have to do is take a little bit and we just put it there. Oh, and you put some right there as well, see? And we just set it down. It actually snaps together itself, which is nice. Now let's hope that I haven't destroyed anything. I think it's okay. But I have this piece that goes right there. It's a little broken down there, but it's pretty okay. I don't actually know how this fits on there, actually. Oh my. I'll come back when I finish putting this in. Coming back a little bit sooner then expected, because I figured out how you're supposed to put it in. There's a little, like, rail place that it snaps onto. And it sits like that. On the rail thing. Oh my, this is fun. But now, it's time to do the best bit of all, which is actually fixing the frame a little bit more now that I think about it. I'll let you see this, unlike everything else in this video. This screw has a thing on the back of it that needs to be ow. I'm just gonna super glue it down the way it is. I hope it bonds to metal. Does it bond to metal? I assume it does. See, I put a boatload. Enough to stick a boat down, probably. And then that popped out. I need to figure out a way to get it out. I have pliers. Okay, well, I found them. See, very simple. Now I'm going to let that set. Let me put more glue on it. Now we're going to just let that set. That fell out of its place again. Now you may notice, I got the board out. Turns out you need to flip it basically flat so that, because this isn't connected to the board, this is connected to the actual monitor. All the cables are connected to the actual monitor, including this little weird one. But now we should be able to, in theory, slide it out. No, that's not connected to the monitor, apparently. That weird, like, tiny connector. That's why it only has... It has 6, never mind. But it only connects to the 3 lights on the lid. Which is why it wasn't required to run. I'm just going to quickly figure out where I threw my screwdriver. Over here. I also went 2 sizes up for the screwdriver. And it landed right next to my foot. I went 2 sizes up because it was slipping too much. Ow. Okay. I had to take it out to be able to bend it back into shape. Because I couldn't bend it back into shape. I hate how this autofocusing mechanism works. That's about as good as it's gonna get. It's a little bit. Friction on my hand, there we go. It's a little bent, but should be okay. Now I'm just gonna throw it back on. This computer has a Pentium 2 in it, but it doesn't even have a floppy drive, which is strange. They're pulling a an Apple, removing the floppy drive. Pentium 2 didn't exist. This is a... The iMac came out in 2000, I think. Now it's time to do a simple thing. Just take it, toss it back. It's reflecting the sun right into my eye. So clip it back down in there. Now let me carefully pick up the frame. And I'll show you the reverse of how I got this to come out. I think that's how I did it. Yeah, that's how it goes in. Just gonna take that one ribbon cable back here, which I kind of scratched up a little bit. No, it's not too bad. Just yeah, problem. Maybe we can lift it up. Yep, we can lift that up enough. Don't snap, don't snap. Being really careful not to snap that. And while we have it lifted up, see, I had to lift it up to get that back around. While we have it lifted up, we're going to plug this in. Okay. Display should be plugged completely back in now. Now it's time to figure out, I don't know how we're going to get that to work. Let's see, put the screw in there. Now we have to get the screwdriver. As you can see, when you put this back on there, this also has an infrared receiver thingy. Speaking of infrared receiver thingies, I think I found one that could fit in the big beige box. So, maybe we could transmit data between the two. We'll just remove that. A bit of black plastic, which wasn't the problem. We'll fix that later. Well, maybe that is how it's supposed to be. I mean, it is a really cheap feeling laptop, honestly. There we go. I figured out what those black little bits that we got. Forget where they came from. This is supposed to go underneath the hinge, but you know, yeah, we'll fix that in a minute.